back to Montana. Hey, we're having some fun today. It's really nice out. I'm going to do kind of like a pre-season run. A buddy of mine stopped by with 4 buckets of dirt. Last time we ran this, it was really good. I'll tell you where it came from in a bit, but I want to run the new high banker setup I made, see how that works out. I want to try the silicone mats again with some real material with clay in it. And I also want to find out if I really need the extra 4 feet on here, which makes it an 8-foot sluice. So if I find fines in the bottom mat, I'll figure it's worth it. But this is the first chance I get to run some real dirt through this thing since I revamped it all. I'll get it fired up and we'll get some dirt going in here. So we're up and running. I designed this high banker to fit my needs. Some people may not like it, but I don't care. This does not, I don't want to be dumping rocks in here and just having them blow out the back. I did it without grizzly bars because I don't want big rocks running down my sluice. So this will work for my needs, for what I want it to do. It's going to wash the material off and the clay. I'll make sure I get it all. This material was screened down to a 1/2 inch, and I'm taking it down to a 1/4 inch. And I will check all this tailings with the metal detector when I'm done. But as you can see, things are running great down the sluice. Some would say it's not a high banker because the rocks just aren't falling off the back, but I think it's more important to get the material clean and get all the fines down in the sluice than it is to have everything pouring out the back. And I'm losing, since I run a recirculating unit, I'm losing absolutely very, very little water out of there. And by doing it this way, I'm not overloading my sluice either. Well, this material we're running today, my friend here ran across it last summer when he was doing some excavating and road building, right?
Yeah, we were doing stream reconstruction.
Stream reconstruction. I came across this ancient riverbed and dug some of this material up. We ran 2 buckets of it last fall, and the fair found a little nugget in there and some fines. So he was able to get a total of what, 6 buckets out of that hole, classified before they buried it all again. So there won't be no more of this material. But it sure is nice to run some real dirt instead of Home Depot sand. Soaking my own the material in here because it's clay. This is exactly how I plan on running, or how I run in the summertime. I soak all my material, and then whether I run the trommel or my wash plant or now even the high banker, I feed it all with this little shovel. I've got the sluice set today, so I've got the first section set at about 10 to 11 degrees with my silicone mats, and then I'm evening it out down here, and I got this running at about 8 degrees. I think that's going to be just about right. And of course you can't see in the mats, because the water is so dirty, but things look like they're running well. Well, we'll run this 4 buckets and we'll see what kind of gold we can get out of it. Okay, we're just finishing up running. Things are looking pretty good. I like that bottom mat, how it's really slow. The high banker worked good. Look how clean the rocks came out. Plus we had a ton of fines with it being streamed down to 1/2 inch already. So if it was just raw material, I'm sure it would work better. But we're gonna get this cleaned out, and we'll try out this bottom mat and the top mat and see what she looks like. Well, before I clean this out, I'll give you a look at these mats up at the top. But you can see all the heavy black sand in there. Loaded up with black sand, that's for sure. But all the heavies are staying. I can even see the little iron balls we have here in this area. But they didn't clean out completely, even running a 2,000 gallon an hour pump. I'm happy with that. And when you get down here, you can see all the fines it captured in between all them little riffles and all them little holes. So I'm happy with that. Okay, now I'll get this cleaned out. So there's the cons from the bottom 4 feet. I don't think that's too bad for concentrates out of a 4-foot sluice.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
That's not too bad. Let's go ahead and pan this down. Hopefully there's some gold in there. Okay, the bottom mat is cleaned out. And if I can get a picture of it, there's some really fine gold in there. But I guess that's worth it, because otherwise would have ended up in the tailings. So we got some really small fine gold. Looks almost like beach gold. But we'll get this top one cleaned out. Hopefully we're on to bigger and better things here. Well, out of the top mat, there we have it. Some nice chunky stuff. No nuggets today like last time, but that's not too bad for 4 buckets of dirt plus what was in the lower mat. So I want to thank my buddy for stopping by and letting me run his dirt. I think the sluice box worked out great. The high banker worked out good. The mats worked good. I am going to do some work on my recirculating unit here this spring before we head out. The snow's getting closer to gone. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.